Tumble monkeys, face mask updates, expansions, mega closures, and more. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we got a lot of news to cover this week, and I know you're ready to hear it. Here we go. We've got an expansion planned for the Polynesian Village Resort. Yep, Disney's announced that new villas will be coming to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. They are projected to open in late 2024 and are inspired by the early concepts for Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. These new villas will sit on the shores of Seven Seas Lagoon. In addition to more rooms, there will also be new recreation offerings and dining options. We've been waiting for an update about the reopening of Spirit of Aloha, which has been closed since 2020, and today Disney confirmed that the show has been closed permanently. The Spirit of Aloha dinner show at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort featured an all-you-care-to-enjoy menu paired with a luau, including hula traditions, fire dancing, drumming, and more. Located in Luau Cove, this dinner show was performed in an open-air covered theater where you can enjoy dishes like fresh pineapple, aloha pulled pork, Polynesian barbecued pork ribs, pineapple guava cake, and more. Now, according to Disney, this show is closing because of the new Disney Vacation Club development planned for the Polynesian Resort. Disney said that more details will be shared at a later date, so stay tuned. And the Tumble monkeys are returning to Festival of the Lion King. When Disney World's Festival of the Lion King show reopened with the parks in 2020, it was renamed a celebration of the Festival of the Lion King. And more importantly, a couple of big acts were missing from the show completely. Now, we just got word that one of our favorite parts of the show is returning. The Tumble monkeys were one of the acts that didn't return with the show in 2020, but Disney just revealed they'll be back sometime this summer. In a TikTok video, Disney Parks showed one of them coating their hands in chalk to get ready for the big event. We don't have an exact date for their return, but we'll be on the lookout for more details. In the meantime, please excuse us. We need to go sing Hakuna Matata at the top of our lungs to celebrate this happy announcement. Okay, we've got some Tron coaster testing. We found out recently that the Tron coaster, which still doesn't have an opening date over in Magic Kingdom, would start the next phase of ride testing soon. And this week we got to see the process with our own eyes. Currently, the ride is going through the push-pull test, where sections of the train are slowly moved through the entire ride track. Once that's complete, the trains will be put through launch tests on an entire track at incremental speeds. We could see the testing process while on the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover, but it's also visible from Storybook Circus. Check out that ride vehicle. After they've worked up to the full speed launches, test weights will be used on the ride, and several months after that, and some additional tests later, the Tron Coaster team members will be able to participate in tests once the coaster is approved for ridership. All right, we've got face mask policy updates in Disney World. Now, we know Disney World just changed their face mask policy a couple weeks ago to not require face masks most places indoors any longer, and they just changed it again to update select transportation policies. Starting March 16th, face coverings became optional for fully vaccinated guests on the Disney World Skyliner. Disney stated that masks will also be optional for fully vaccinated guests on the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser transport vehicle while traveling to and from the Halcyon Star Cruiser and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Keep in mind that face coverings will still be required on monorails and Disney buses for all guests ages 2 and up. As always, Disney's health and safety policies are extremely subject to change. We'll be sure to note more changes so you know what to expect during your next trip to Disney World. The Dapper Dan's Barbershop Quartet has been hanging out at the Main Street train station at the entrance of Magic Kingdom since the park reopened. They're also sometimes seen performing from the Main Street trolley car. But as of yesterday, it looks like the Dapper Dans are back to entertaining guests on Main Street USA. We spotted them serenading guests with their smooth as butter voices and friendly smiles. They performed their full show, including the hilariously cheesy jokes we know and love, and it's really exciting to see that the Dapper Dans are back interacting with guests just like in the old days. We caught the Dapper Dans 3:40 p.m. show in Magic Kingdom, which was when they were out on the street. For some of the other shows, they were still up at the train station. Check with the cast member during your visit to see when they might be performing on Main Street while you're there. And the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster coming to Epcot has been under construction for quite some time now and is set to open this summer. And we've got another update for you. Imagineer Zach Ridley has shared even more photos via his Instagram account. Ridley shared that the angular designs, striking use of colors, and materials all help tell the story of the Nova Core facility. The railings, station gates, and floor markings are all used to convey the experience in ways that might not be as obvious or apparent, but every detail is a choice that supports our story. The gates for the loading zone zone are meant to have a weight and scale to help convey the industrial nature of the area, and the handrails are made of stainless steel that give a sturdy and durable feel and show the precision craftsmanship of the Nova Core. Looks like the coaster is truly coming together. During the recent ride on the Epcot monorail, we even saw some progress being made on the plants being placed in this area around the central ship. Again, remember that the Guardians ride is not set to open until summer 2022. No exact opening date has been shared yet. And Tron isn't the only thing we saw testing this week. We spotted the train testing on the Walt Disney World Railroad in Magic Kingdom. The testing was happening over at the Fantasyland station, and the train's been out of commission since 2018 due to Tron construction over in Tomorrowland. We actually did see it being tested in early February as well. We still don't know exactly when the train will be open for business again, but hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. Now that we've seen testing on the train and on Tron, that must mean projects are coming along. Okay, we've got a new pop-up treat shop at Grand Floridian Resort. Every year around Easter, we can rely on Grand Floridian to roll out an epic display of decorated Easter eggs. And while we're starting to see some eggs appear in the lobby, this year you'll be able to eat some chocolate too at the Grand Cottage. You may know of the Grand Floridian's giant gingerbread house they create every year around the holidays. And this shop in the Grand Flo lobby is pretty similar, just with seasonal springtime snacks instead. They've done this for a couple of years now. The Grand Cottage will be open daily from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. now through April 18th. And the menu looks pretty good. Things like a crispy cereal egg, by the way, that's a Rice Krispie treat, raspberry mini fudge, a baby chick lemon cupcake, confetti cake flavored popcorn, and more. Plus, the classic Easter hot cross bun has returned at the top of the menu. This fresh bun is traditionally served warm and features cinnamon and raisins inside. And we couldn't forget about those grand eggs. These are more than just your average chocolate egg, as they should be, considering they cost $18 a piece. The dark chocolate egg is actually filled with jelly beans. If you're visiting Disney World soon or will be there around the Easter holiday, be sure to stop by the Grand Floridian. Now let's talk MCO Airport, right? The South Terminal C is going to be opening at the Orlando International Airport in July 2022, and it's bringing several upgrades with it. According to the Orlando Business Journal, the facility has cost upwards of $2 billion and will feature technology to expedite the terminal process, arrival and departure, baggage processes, and more. Some of this new tech will include 100% automated screening lanes at TSA checkpoints and 100% facial recognition for guests arriving from or departing on international flights. There will also be a new radio frequency identification baggage handling system, how about that, which is meant to help with tracking bags and make the luggage collection process easier. And virtual ramp control systems are going to give unobstructed views of airfield traffic to controllers by displaying the operations on video walls. Passengers can see large interactive screens, which will display an imaginative visual experience about Orlando and the attractions in the area. A 3-story display called the Portal will show features of the area like Disney history, space exploration, and natural landmarks. In other parts of the terminal, there are going to be Windows on Orlando screens, which are 33 feet high and 100 feet long. These are going to show rocket launches, beaches, and other Florida attractions. The Orlando International Airport is also creating a passive optical network for a high-speed IT system. And South Terminal C will be the first fully integrated multimodal airport terminal in the U.S. for rail, air, ground transportation. I have no idea what that means. But it does have to do with the new Brightline train system that's connecting to the airport. Next, we're going to talk ride shares. If you've watched our videos before, you know we frequently recommend using ride shares like Uber and Lyft to get around Disney World if you need to get somewhere quickly. We still recommend them, but if you're going to use them soon, there's an update you need to prepare for. And honestly, even if you're not going to Disney World soon, this is still good info to know. As you're probably well aware, current gas prices are high. As of now, the national average price of gas is $4.32, according to data obtained from WESH2 News. If those high gas prices dissuaded you from driving to Disney World, you probably chose to fly to Florida instead. Unfortunately, we still don't have the technology to teleport yet, so you need a way to get yourself from the airport to your Disney hotel, though hearing about Terminal C, I imagine they'll figure that out pretty soon. Starting on March 16th, Uber added a fuel surcharge to help drivers impacted by higher gas prices. The added cost ranges from an extra 45 cents to 55 cents per trip, depending on the location. For now, Uber stated that this additional fee will stick around for at least the next 2 months, and this is nationwide, not just the Orlando area. The extra money you pay for your ride will go directly to the driver, and while the money doesn't cover all of the new gas expenses, Uber explained that the surcharge is meant to soften the burden. Lyft has also announced that it is doing the surcharge thing as well. That means that the two most popular regular rideshare services in Disney World are going to cost you a little bit more the next time you use them, although Lyft hasn't yet announced how much their surcharge will be per trip. The good news is that it appears the extra fee maybe won't stick around forever. Uber and Lyft are both calling the surcharge temporary, at least for now. And Disney just shared that H2O Glow Nights are returning to Disney's Typhoon Lagoon water park. This late night event has been unavailable since 2020, so it's been a pretty long time since we've been able to splash around with Partysaurus Rex. We're still waiting for an official opening date, so stay tuned for more info. In the past, H2O Glow Nights was sort of like an after-hours event, but in a water park. Guests had access to shorter wait times, a DJ dance party, and some exclusive treats at Typhoon Lagoon. And Disney World's electrical water pageant has some updates. As you know, this takes place on the Seven Seas Lagoon in Disney World every night. You can watch it from several locations, including the Magic Kingdom. The show is only 15 minutes long when it passes, and because it moves through so many places, you want to make sure you time it just right. And now we've got an update on the show times for the pageant. Beginning Sunday, March 13th, the electrical water pageant changed to 8:15 p.m. instead of 8:25 p.m. The parade lasts until 10:30 p.m., and you can watch it from the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, Polynesian Village Resort, Contemporary Resort, Wilderness Lodge, and Fort Wilderness. Keep in mind that the electrical water pageant is constantly moving, so the show will have a staggered start at each location. Be sure to ask a cast member at the spot you'll be watching what time it's going to pass, just to be sure you don't miss it. You can also check the My Disney Experience app for the showtime at each hotel. We've got some pretty big restaurant and snack news for you this week. Victoria and Albert's is finally reopening. Over at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, this signature dining experience has been closed since the start of the pandemic in 2020. Disney's now announced that this popular restaurant is returning in 2022. Disney did not share an official opening date, but we know the restaurant is coming soon. If you're unfamiliar with V&A, let us fill you in. This is an award-winning signature dining restaurant. It is the only AAA 5-diamond restaurant in Central Florida, which means you can expect some very fine dining and very high prices. One of the most unique and exclusive aspects of Victoria and Albert's is that the restaurant previously offered the Chef's Table, which is a 3-hour dining experience where your party is seated right in the kitchen. It's one of my favorite dining experiences in Disney World because it can be a lot of fun if you do it right. Throughout the meal, the chefs interact with guests and help to craft a personalized degustation menu. Disney's not yet stated if this experience will return when the restaurant reopens, but we're keeping our fingers crossed for good news. And Epcot's pizza window is open, y'all. Did you know you can get pizza to go in Epcot? Yeah, over at Via Napoli, they have a little tiny pizza window called Pizza Al Taglio, where guests can order a slice of pizza, cannoli, or a drink. So what's the catch? Well, Pizza Al Taglio is super unpredictable. During our recent trip to Epcot, we noticed that the walk-up pizza window was open. Those big old wooden doors were wide open, and the smell of fresh pizza wafted through the air. According to a cast member, the window will open at 11 a.m. every day, though there is still no official schedule on the Disney World website. We do tend to see it open during busier times of the year, so we'll be looking to see if the pizza window sticks around for the rest of the spring break season. Keep in mind that this window does not serve the full Via Napoli menu. You can order pepperoni and plain cheese pizza here, and also note that it's not the same pizza you get at Via Napoli for some reason. These are thicker slices and less like the thinner sort of New York pizza that you get in Via Napoli, so it's a different type of pizza, but it's still very good. Okay, we've got Gideon's news for you. Since opening, Gideon's Bakehouse has served up a super popular and tasty coffee cake cookie, but to get it, you need to visit in the morning. Well, they've taken it to the next level and now have a coffee toffee vanilla bean cake. The catch? It's only available weekends this month. The masterpiece is a vanilla cake flavored with coffee grounds and a toffee buttercream with toffee pieces. Yes, coffee grounds in a cake, and we gotta say, it's good. Often, Gideon's cakes tend to be very sweet because of the huge blocks of frosting they stuff inside, but we thought that this one had a good balance of sweetness between the vanilla cake and the toffee buttercream, and that the coffee flavor sure does come through with each bite, and that bitterness sort of cuts that sweetness a little bit. The buttercream also has a hint of that coffee taste, which keeps the sweetness of the frosting balanced. We also liked the crunchy toffee pieces on top. Kids might not like this one as much because of the complex mix of flavors and that coffee flavor too, but if you're an adult who loves coffee, then you're probably going to like it as much as we did. This whopping slice of cake costs $9, but remember, you have to visit on a weekend in March to pick this up. Now, the newest food spot in Disney Springs is open. It's called Local Green, which is an Atlanta-based restaurant that specializes in vegan, vegetarian, and pescatarian options. It's a food truck over in Disney Springs, and the menu looks pretty exciting. We started off our meal with the Monsta, which is a sandwich with pan-seared jumbo shrimp, house-made slaw, sliced beefsteak tomato, and sriracha mayo for $15.99. This was a completely pescatarian item. Next, we got the Badu wrap, which is a vegan spinach tortilla wrap filled with kale, quinoa blend, red onions, tomatoes, nutritional yeast, and locally sourced kale dressing for $15.99. This dish is completely vegan. Finally, we got the air fries for $5.99. These fries were outstanding. They actually had a bit of a kick to them from some chili and garlic seasoning, so they're not just your average French fries. The next time we get them, we're going to ask for some of that sriracha aioli on the side to dip those in. Overall, this new spot is filling a big need in Disney Springs, that need being more accessible vegan and pescatarian food. It's a great option if you're looking for something different than your typical pizza or chicken fingers, or if you want some tasty vegan and pescatarian eats. Can't wait to try other things on the menu. And it's margarita time, everybody. You may remember this seriously delicious margarita called the Lilly that debuted during the 2022 Epcot Festival of the Arts. She is gorgeous. The Lilly is now officially on the menu at La Cava del Tequila in the Mexico Pavilion. On the first day that you could stop by and order up the new and improved version of the drink, Lily Aldridge, the drink's namesake and creator, stopped by to celebrate the occasion. The margarita may no longer be served in a souvenir cup with XO Lily signed on the bottom, but it's still just as pretty. The other big difference is that it's actually made with a different kind of tequila. This version features Casa Dragones Blanco tequila, cranberry lime juice, house-made rose petal, and shimmering violet essence with a rose hibiscus salt rim. And the cool thing about the tequila upgrade, Casa Dragones tequila was founded by a woman, and for every Lily margarita sold through April, Casa Dragones will be donating to Women for Women, a nonprofit organization that supports women who are survivors of war. We loved the Lily margarita before for its tart taste and subtle hints of rose, and now it's only better. You can give it a try at La Cava del Tequila for $33 now. And we were strolling through the Land Pavilion this week to check out the latest. Sure enough, we spotted a new treat at Sunshine Seasons, a Pluto Petit cake. This treat is made with mango panna cotta layered with vanilla cake and lime and honey jelly. That might sound like a surprising mix of flavors, but we were big fans. Plus, it's adorable. Look at the Pluto ears and bone decorations. You can try this treat for yourself at Sunshine Seasons in Epcot for $6.29. Inside, there's a white layer where the lime flavor was coming from, and that was layered on top of a thick layer of honey jelly. The tartness from the lime and the sweetness from the honey really pools together for a balanced and tropical flavor profile. According to a cast member, the cake was made for a Disney Vacation Club event, and it might not be sticking around, but we hope it does. It's very, very good, and the yellow outer coating is the mango panna cotta, super sweet and light. We found that the mango flavors tasted fresh and not syrupy at all. And the key lime pie is back at Homecoming in Disney Springs. We haven't seen this dessert at Chef Art Smith's restaurant since 2020, but now it's back on the menu for Pie Day, and Homecoming commented on their Instagram post with the announcement saying it'll be around for the next several months, so you don't need to hurry. This pie has a huge dollop of toasted meringue on top, so it's extra decadent. We're so happy this is back as we head towards summertime. Go on over and try it if you want a taste of this Florida staple. And this is huge news, y'all. We've got a Dole Whip haven in Disney Springs now. It's out with the old and in with the new. The snack stand Aristo Crepes is officially gone, and it's been replaced with Swirls on the Water, a location that's all about one of our favorite Disney treats, the Dole Whip. There are several different kinds here, including soft serve swirls, specialty offerings, and Dole Whip floats. We decided to taste the 50th celebration cone for $5.49, which has Dole Whip lemon and cookie dough soft serve swirled together in a cone, which I don't understand at all. There are also iridescent sprinkles and a white chocolate Mickey decoration on top. So lemon and cookie dough together sounds super weird. We thought the flavors kind of worked. The lemon sort of cut through the sweetness of the cookie dough, and the different flavors balanced each other out. I guess it's kind of like when you have like orange and chocolate and they kind of work together, or lemon and chocolate. But anyway, you need to try it for yourself. Also, the cookie dough is colored blue for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway, we also grabbed the Dole Whip Flight, which is a great option if you can't choose just one flavor. The flight comes with 3 different Dole Whip flavors for $6.49 total. Ours included habanero lime, pineapple and vanilla swirl, and that cookie dough and lemon swirl, the same as the celebration cone. This is a really fun and interesting way to try out a bunch of different Dole Whip flavors. Altogether, there are 5 different flavors in this treat. Each is decorated to look really pretty, so it definitely makes a very Instagrammable dessert. The habanero lime one has tahini spice and a lime wedge. The pineapple vanilla has a pineapple wedge, and cookie dough has a little Mickey sugar cookie on top. If you want to try out one of these treats or any of the other offerings on the menu here, they also have a sangria float. They've got a couple of spiked floats. Then you need to head to Swirls on the Water in Disney Springs. Oh, and by the way, if you loved the bubble waffles that were at Aristo Crepes, don't worry, they have moved over to Marketplace Snacks, so you can still get your bubble waffles. Just head over to Marketplace Snacks in Disney Springs to get those instead of Aristo Crepes. Okay, in merchandise news, we've got a few pairs of new ears we want to tell you about and some more new merchandise collections. Lots of things dropped this week. First, let's talk about the new Tiana Ears, their new Bauble Bar Princess and the Frog ears now in Disney World. These designer ears were spotted in the Emporium in Magic Kingdom. And since these are designer ears, they cost a little bit more than your average pair. These are $49.99. They're soft green velour ears with a golden jeweled tiara on top. We think Princess Tiana would definitely approve. We also saw these on Shop Disney recently, so you don't even have to go to the parks to grab them. And recently, Disney announced a new collab with Lilly Pulitzer. We just saw this collection drop online, but it's now also available in Disney World. We found the new collection at Uptown Jewelers in Magic Kingdom, over at the Marketplace Co-op in Disney Springs, and at Curiouser Clothiers at Disney's Grand Floridian Hotel and Spa, and Buena Vista Gifts in Disney's Contemporary Resort. At the Marketplace Co-op in Disney Springs, you can find the apparel from the collection, which includes colorful options and silhouettes, but only the accessories are inside Uptown Jewelers. For the list of everything in the collection, including prices, head to our website at disneyfoodblog.com. And that's not the only new collection. Put down your dingle hopper and head to Disney Springs because the Vera Bradley Little Mermaid collection has arrived. These bags are a bright teal color with images of Ariel, Flounder, Sebastian, and some underwater creatures and plants. There are 37 items total in this collection. You can find them all at the Vera Bradley store in Disney Springs. Aside from bags, wallets, and clutches, there are also some extra accessories like socks and throw blankets. And out by the front of the store, there's a photo op where you can take a picture with your new Little Mermaid bags. We also spotted the collection in a few other stores around Disney World, including Uptown Jewelers at Magic Kingdom, Legends of Hollywood at Hollywood Studios, and these shops only have select items from the collection. So if there's something specific that you're looking for, Springs is probably going to be your best bet. If you can't get to Disney World right now, never fear. You can also head to Vera Bradley's website where you'll find the new collection of bags and purses. And let's talk the Space Mountain Mickey collection. People have been waiting for this for a long time. For every month in 2022, Disney's going to be releasing a new Mickey Mouse The Main Attraction drop. Similar to the Minnie Mouse The Main Attraction collection from 2020, every month we'll get new Mickey merchandise inspired by Disney rides. And after a couple months of waiting, the collection's finally here. That's right, January's Mickey Mouse Main Attraction collection is all about Space Mountain, and it just dropped this week. So if you're into Disney retro space vibes, this might be for you. We just found many of the pieces at Disney World. We spotted the collection at Big Top Souvenirs in Magic Kingdom, Creations in Epcot, and Discovery Trading in Animal Kingdom. There's a brand new pair of Mickey ears themed to Space Mountain for $34.99. The back of the ears have a 50 for the 50th anniversary celebration, and the band says Space Mountain on the side. There's also a Loungefly backpack in this new series. This bag was $85 and has sparkly Mickey ears and a purple pocket, while the rest of it is white. If you're an avid Disney collector, then you're going to want to check out these next two items. We've got a Space Mountain collectible key for $29.99, and there's an astronaut Mickey pin for $29.99. Mickey's top is in the shape of Space Mountain, and he's got galaxy prints all over his ears. We're still on the lookout for the plush in the collection, so we'll keep you updated if we see that one. And that's everything we found for you this week. Lots, right? If you want even more Disney news, follow us on social media. We post every day on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. If it involves Disney World, we've got you covered. Also, be sure to sign up for our newsletter. It's completely free, and we send all the latest news straight to your inbox. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.